Dear friends, I would ask you now to please turn to that portion of God's holy word that I read to you in your hearing. There we read from 2 Corinthians chapter 6 at the end into chapter 7 and the verse 1. And we arrive in chapter 7 and the verse 1. The reason I read from slightly earlier of verse 1 is that we have set everything in context, and we'll visit the context now in the ministry of God's words that we can understand what Paul is saying, particularly with regards to the promises of God. So we begin 2 Corinthians chapter 7 and the verse 1, where the Apostle Paul, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, says, "Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. Receive us. We have wronged no man. We have corrupted no man. We have defrauded no man." With the Lord's help this evening, we'll consider these two verses of chapter 7. Now, by way of introduction, let me once again set the context of what Paul says here. These Corinthians, now, quite a while now after Paul, with fellow helpers, established the church at Corinth, and having written the first epistle to them and now a second, after having received some news from Titus recently, who was in Macedonia, Paul writes to them again. They have repented of their many sins. There are lots of things taking place at the church.